Hey team, welcome back to the Recruitment Edge podcast. I am Ez Khan, your host and founder of Hume Scope, a recruitment training business that has trained in excess of 3,000 recruiters in the last few years alone. In this week's episode, we are staying on the theme of AI, seeing as it's such a big push for most agencies and there's a lot of confusion around it. What I'm covering off today, team, is some practical use cases for AI for recruiters. And we are running a free webinar on this very topic in a few weeks, so please keep an eye on our website and email invites that we send out through our database. But what I'm covering off today is how you, as a recruiter, an agent's leader, can actually save in excess of 10 hours per week on the task that you're doing by implementing some form of AI. And we're going to delve a little bit deeper into this in our free webinar, where we'll cover how to set this all up. But what I'm going to share today is a real step-by-step overview of how you can save in excess of 10 hours per week. And we've implemented a lot of AI into our business over the last 6 months. And I will say, team, there is no confusion as to why this is such a hot topic. Because there is a lot of noise out there, it's hard to know what works, what doesn't, what platforms to use, because there's just so much noise out there. In terms of some of the AI that we have implemented, team, honestly, it has been phenomenal. I would say it's saved me personally, let alone the team, over 10 hours per week. So utilising AI and chat, what I've been able to do is implement a form of AI and integrated it to all of our systems. So OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, my emails, my calendar, our proposal decks on Canva, pretty much everything from a business operational standpoint. That in itself is scary to a lot of people because they go, oh my God, you've given access to your whole business to AI. And there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it, team. And obviously you need to be mindful of how whichever AI platform you're using uses that data. So I would go make sure it is not training its systems on your data because that should be kept internally. But once that for us had been synced, team, how I've been utilising it and saving myself a hell of a lot of time. And honestly, it's been mind-blowing and I'm spending hours every day on refining it, or certainly did in the first few months. But the first thing I've automated is a process from client meeting and pitch to a proposal being sent. So historically, what I had been doing, meeting with clients, doing a client meeting, understand their challenges, their pain points, talk to them about what we could offer. Then I would go away from a manual pre-AI perspective. I would go away, distill on the information that I'd gotten, have a think about what other engagements we'd had that were similar, what other proposals I would review that we'd sent out, and then put together from scratch a new proposal. That process in itself took over an hour. And it was often, as the business leader, I've got a million other things to do, it often just took so long. And it was one of those things that I knew I needed to do at some stage, and it would play in my mind. And it might take me a couple of days to pull that all together. With AI and our systems, what we have now done is automatically transcripts and action items go from the client meeting into a bit of a process, and it transcribes, summarizes the key challenges, what was agreed from that client meeting. We then utilize AI to review all of our proposal docs, all past conversations, what we've then pitched or proposed to other clients, and the AI will draft a proposal for my review. I will then review it going, actually that's spot on, I probably should add X, Y, Z in, but that then takes me 5 minutes to review, and the proposal's then sent out. There's obviously a lot more nuance to it, but it's not utilising external information. And I think that's the critical component to good AI. It is utilizing my information, my content, my previous proposals, all the things that we've done internally. It's reviewing emails, it's reviewing cadence, it's reviewing success of previous proposals, it's reviewing all of our internal content and not making it up. Therefore, the outputs are super spot on. And in fact, I would say better than what I would typically have done, because as humans, we forget the things that we've done over the last 5 years. You forget the great proposals you've sent out previously or what you can offer. And so that, for me, one process alone, honestly, has saved me well over 5 hours per week. The other things that we have implemented, team, and we've implemented quite a lot over the last few months, but things that typically just took a really long time and occasionally would slip through the net, i.e. emails that get sent. At the moment, our AI will review daily the emails that have been sent from my Outlook. It will then give me a bit of a summary as to what has happened that day, who has yet to follow up with me on whatever I've sent out, and a bit of an action item to go, these are the proposals that were sent. Make sure you add these notes into Bullhorn. These are the proposals that people have responded to. These are the people that you're still waiting on. And so it's doing this review of what I've done so that I'm held accountable to the next action items. So I'm able to consistently ask it what that now needs to happen. Do we have proposals or pitches out via email to people that have yet to respond? And so that information alone for me saves me hours. I'm not reviewing emails going, oh, what should I do next? And it's given me prompts to go, add this to your database as this overview. Honestly, team, there's a million things you can automate and introduce AI to, but those are two very quick and easy things to sort of offshore to AI. There's obviously nuance to each agency and what systems you've got, and so this is and only can be done with good reflection of what's happened or happening in your agency, and then good research to go, this is the most appropriate AI use case for us right now because this is the case study. If it happens well, we save 5 hours per person in our agency. That's a huge team. And what I would recommend when you're looking at things like this is put some dollars around it. So for me, I worked out from my hourly rate perspective, if I could implement that tiny little workflow of client meeting transcript to the proposal, it will save me 5 hours per week. Multiply that by the amount of people in your business and their hourly rates, you will start to see huge savings that you can make just by taking off those parts of the process, let alone that AI will do a better job at a lot of tasks that are process-driven and time-consuming. That's been this episode. I would love to hear how you guys are all implementing AI, what's worked for you, what hasn't. There's obviously a million different tools. So please keep an eye on our free webinar. We will have limited spots on it. We'll go for around an hour where we'll go through a bit more detail as to what we've done internally and what we're seeing working really well. Hopefully see you there, and I look forward to next week's episode. Have a great one, team, and please don't forget to share, like, comment, follow this podcast and share it with people that you think it might be relevant to. Have an awesome one, team.